It's not what most people think. You wake up before the alarm. You already know the day will be tight. Bills first. Rent, groceries, gas. You learn to live with noise at the edges. Small choices, constant friction. Food over repair. Immediate need over distant security. These are your habits. They aren't moral failings. They're survival strategies. They are short-step solutions disguised as lifestyle. You repeat them until they become identity. Paycheck cycles, minimum payments, credit interest that breathes on your neck. Every month a loop. Every month a trap tightened a fraction. You call them habits. The system calls them expected behavior. Opportunity is not a level field. It is a gated road. You stand at the gate with worn shoes. The gate swings open for people with capital, money, time, networks. Not just money, trust, reputation, quiet referrals. Who do you know? Who knows you when the stakes rise? You are in a neighborhood where choices are limited. Transportation takes hours. High-quality education costs more than the bus fare. Childcare steals the daytime you might use to learn. You bank in a place that charges you to survive. You pay to be poor. That's the energy tax. Opportunity gaps look like ordinary inconvenience until you stumble into a system that eats your margins. You feel the shame. You internalize scarcity. Your thinking narrows. Future self becomes a rumor. Discounting the future saves you pain now. So you say yes to the payday loan. You skip the course that might change everything. You stop investing in a strange, distant idea called growth. Psychology is stealth. It rewires attention, risk, and hope. Every refusal from the world sharpens your expectation of rejection. You learn to expect less. When an offer seems risky, you take the safe, small win. Safe becomes the new ambition. You ghost larger possibilities because they feel dangerous. There are rules most people never teach. Wealth follows systems. You can earn without building them, but you cannot accumulate without them. Compound interest is invisible muscle. Asset ownership is invisible leverage. Tax law shelters the already wealthy. Institutions prioritize scale and scarcity. They offer different products to different people. If you sell time for money, you trade freedom for survival. If you build systems, your labor multiplies. Systems look like processes, a steady client funnel, passive streams, rental, royalties, residuals, legal entities that separate risk, knowledge of when to borrow and from whom. These are not mysteries, they are organizational habits. They require time and safety to install, which is the cruel paradox. You need the system to escape scarcity. You need escape to build the system. Predators smell desperation. You see them as angels. Quick credit offers wrapped in urgency. High-fee investment classes taught by flashy teachers. Pay-to-play schemes in communities that promise belonging. They harvest your attention and your small savings. The architecture of extraction is elegant and legal. It reads like help. It feels like hope. It is a toll booth on your path. You are taught to fear being cheated, but the real theft is normalized cost, hidden fees, subprime financial products, contracts written in jargon for people who can't afford lawyers. You learn mistrust, and then you trust the wrong people. You can change this story, not with a single dramatic choice, with deliberate, ugly smallness. Start where you control variables, cut recurring drains, automate a tiny saving before you notice it. Say no to the things that whisper obligation. Use your social capital like a currency. Ask for referrals, trade favors. Learn one system at a time. Debt snowball. Budget as temperature, not prison. Shift from income-only thinking to asset thinking. One rental, one side business, one piece of intellectual property. Practice ownership in miniature. Protect everything with paperwork. Read contracts. Ask questions. Treat your next year like a project. Design a rhythm of learning and doing. You will fail. Fail quickly, fail cheap. Refine. Repeat. This is a war of time horizons. You win by extending yours. Teach your future self to have a louder voice. Make rules your future will thank you for. Make buffers. An emergency fund is a tiny rebellion. An automated investment is a quiet revolution. A record of small wins becomes credibility. Credibility begets opportunity. Opportunity begets better terms. Better terms beget more options. It compounds like a rumor becoming truth. The story you tell about poverty matters. You are not a failure. You are a player in a rigged game. But games can be learned. You can learn the rules. You can build the systems. You can change the psychology. You can close the gaps. It will be slow. It will be ugly. It will be relentless. You will have to be patient with progress and ruthless with predators. Start before you feel ready. That is the first system. That is the smallest, most dangerous act of hope. And hope, applied methodically, becomes power.